Ilia Topuria and Volkanovski reunite at UFCPI. Ilia Topuria recently ran into Alexander Volkanovski at the UFC Performance Institute, and while it looked like just a friendly exchange, the tension was impossible to ignore.
Oh, please. Bro, how are you?
Oh, good, man. Good. How are you doing? All right?
Very good, very good. What about you? How
yeah,
do you
good,
feel?
good.
Man,
Very
nice
good.
to see you, bro.
Yeah, you too, you
Man,
too.
man,
Good sweat out, huh?
Yeah, very good.
Good stuff.
The real story wasn't their meeting, it was what Ilia said just after, because what Topuria said next had the entire MMA world raising eyebrows. Ilia predicts Oliveira won't last 3 minutes. Ilia made a bold, borderline arrogant prediction. Charles Oliveira will be done in under 3 minutes.
So stylistically, to be honest, his style is perfect for me because I don't need to close the distance with him because he walks forward since the first second. So those kind of styles are much easier for me because most of the time I have to close the distance with my opponents. For example, if you watch my fight against Volkanovski or Max Holloway, I had to walk forward all the time and close the distance, which I don't gonna have to do with Charles because he's gonna walk forward and we're gonna find each other in the center of the octagon since the first second. So it's gonna be much easier than me because he's not gonna be able to see me coming. I think it's gonna be more striking fight. Since the first second, he's gonna feel the speed and the power. He's gonna start to look for the takedowns and for the ground game. But I think that it's gonna be very, very quick because I'm gonna finish him in the first 2 or 3 minutes. Because as I told you, as I mentioned, I'm not gonna need to close the distance with him. We're gonna find each other since the first second. So when that happens, I'm too much for my opponents. I'm too good for them.
Robert Whittaker's surprising take on the fight. Robert Whittaker sees Ilia as a beast, but also pointed out the unknown.
I think, though, Ilia is a different beast. Okay, I think a lot of the support that's going towards Charles winning this fight comes from the fact that we don't know what Ilia is going to look like moving up. Now, I've seen a lot of photos circulating of like Ilia next to the Chihuahua guy, and then Charles next to the Chihuahua guy. Sorry, dude. Oh, that's is that his nickname?
Go on. I'm sorry for
you know what I was talking about.
Yeah, I do.
And then they're looking at size discrepancies. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think if weight wasn't in the equation, I don't think it would. I think Ilia would be a huge favorite. I don't know what the odds are right now. Is Ilia the favorite?
I think Ilia is the favorite. I'll pull him up in a second.
It makes sense, okay, but I think he would be a landslide favorite if weight wasn't really a factor in this fight. Ilia is a weapon. What he did to Volk and what he did to Max, two of the best featherweights, Volk being the best featherweight to have ever done it.
Yeah.
Okay. He starched 2 legends of the sport. Okay, that is
crazy, man.
Unreal. Ilia's skill set is ridiculous. Now again, Charles is phenomenal as well. Super dangerous off his back. Ilia has the grappling to do it. Charles standing, very textbook, but gets hit a lot. Ilia loves scrapping, loves moving on the inside, loves slipping punches to land punches. He's so good at dirty boxing. I just don't see where Charles wins his fight against Ilia.
Justin Gaethje hints at retirement. Justin Gaethje says he'll be watching Ilia versus Charles from cage side, and he wants the winner. But if he doesn't get the title shot, he's seriously considering retirement. He's beaten 4 of his last 5 opponents and feels he's earned it.
I'm waiting for the winner of Ilia and Charles. They fight next week, June 28th. I'll be there. That's who I want to fight.
Jon Jones's bizarre police call and social media meltdown. Jon Jones admitted he was the voice on the police body cam call and then went on a social media meltdown. Who hit who? Challenge me by thinking about this riddle. Happy retirement to me. Jones mixed paranoia with riddles, biblical quotes, and scattered references to Bob Marley. Most of the posts were deleted, but the damage was done. John isn't just spiraling, he's starting to look unrecognizable, even to his own fans. And now, even Tom Aspinall's father has had enough of the UFC's silence. Andy Aspinall calls out UFC for disrespect. Tom Aspinall's father publicly criticized the UFC for how they handled John's exit and Tom's title crowning. Dana White made the announcement casually at a press conference with no ceremony or spotlight.
John Jones called us last night and retired. John Jones is officially retired. Tom Aspinall is the heavyweight champion of the UFC.
Andy said, "I can't think of a worse way you could have done it." For the Aspinall family, this was supposed to be a defining moment. Instead, it felt like a footnote in John Jones's chaos. He called it poor management, and many fans agree. But one man is already planning to take that belt from Tom. Cyril Gane says he's next for the belt. Cyril Gane posted a cryptic message, "Everything is now set in motion," and confirmed in an interview that talks are underway for a fight with Tom Aspinall. He says his manager is working closely with UFC matchmakers, and they're just waiting on a location and date. If Gane gets his shot, it could finally be the fresh heavyweight matchup fans have been asking for. Diego Lopes versus Jean Silva confirmed for September 13.
Diego Lopes, 22 of his 26 wins have come by finish. He'll be taking on Gene Silva, who's on a 13-fight win streak, with every one of those ending by finish.
Lopes posted anyone, anytime, anywhere, possibly aimed at Yair Rodriguez, who claimed Lopes once turned down this fight. No matter the history, this matchup is explosive on paper and might be a dark horse for Fight of the Year.